Good morning. We are kind of continuing our exploration into black-based mid-range decks in Modern. We've been having a good amount of success with them. Today we're going to play this, and we're also going to play the green-black Farseek Ring build. I kind of want to start with this one. I feel like it's a bit more interesting. Kind of in the same vein again as Liliana the Veil and Smallpox. Riveteers Charm I think is a nice tool for combating the Leyline Scion decks. I mostly think that if you're not going to play Leyline Scion, which the people are moving away from it, it is important to have a pretty cohesive plan against those strategies if you're going to play an archetype like this. And Riveteers Charm giving you a way to make sure they're going to sacrifice Scion is pretty nice. Other edicts, if they have another creature in play, don't always get the job done. But Riveteers Charm, target opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. Additionally, it's also Graveyard Hate against Gorios, which is pretty nice. And it's also, a draw 3 a decent amount of the time, which I think is pretty nice. And so this is kind of like a just much more low to the ground aggressive build of Jund or Green Black or the black base mid range. I don't know exactly how you quantify this archetype. You also get Jegantha, which is really nice. Some of the numbers are like a little weird. I've been toying with this build for a little bit. I like one thing that's kind of weird is like I think that Fatal Push is better than Lightning Bolt in general, but in a deck with 4 Questing Druid and 4 Riveteers Charms, I think you probably just need to play more bolts so that you have a target for these cards when you're flipping them. Interesting, we went over that. Over Pick Your Poison since it's available. Pick Your Poison is not a main deckable card. Riveteers Charm is a main deckable card. We have Pick Your Poison in the sideboard where it belongs. I would discourage you from main decking any numbers of Pick Your Poison at the moment. And keep this one. Waffle, the 37 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Just play Shadow. We've played Jund Shadow. You can play Jund Shadow. The card Death Shadow is kind of mid. It's, I don't know that you're necessarily needing to register that card, but you could put the card Death Shadow in this deck if you wanted to. Might totally playable Ryukyu deck. Okay, you can make a deck in that one. Marsh Flats go. Let's see if this Ragavan connects. Nice. Oh, we're up against a Malia combo. Cool. With no 1-drop is kind of interesting. Guess I'm not really gaining life off this very often. Let's prioritize aggression here. Play Channeler and Goyf. I tweaked the mana base of your Lamplight deck after mentioning it could use some work. Interested in taking a look? Can you just like type what the changes were? Because like I I don't have the mana base memorized at the moment. I haven't played it and like I haven't like really looked at it in a week. But if you typed out what the changes were, I would read. So Graveyard of Bowmasters, grow the Goyf by a pretty big amount. Still need another type Sorcery Planeswalker artifact for Delirium. Dead Drop is a pretty sick card. Yeah, I'm sort of like Bowmasters a little bit more. I think it makes a lot of sense in this list too, where like if you're playing the mono black ring deck, right? You're not so weak to ring because you have shielded ring. In this deck I think like you're just way too soft to the One Ring if you don't have the Bowmasters. I was hoping that wouldn't get a counter so I could Bowmaster it, I guess. Replace Charge of the Foothills, replace Rock Entrapment Island with red, white, and blue-red surveillance lands. Well, you can't cut basic island in your ooh, no. Sorry, I don't think you can cut basic island in the deck, right? You are a lore and reveal deck. Like a lot of the replace Charge of Foothills, replace Rogren Island with red, white, and blue-red surveillance lands. I don't know. I feel like you just need like to me. I think you need to make compromises in the mana base because you are a lore and revealed deck, but it sounds like it's probably okay. I think you. Okay, I'll just take a look. Yeah. It's a lot of tap lands. So we're gonna put it down to 6 life. 8 tap lands effectively. Which is why I wasn't playing the surveillance in general because of the lore and revealed. Yeah, I would not cut the basic island. I understand the mountain for the Phoenix though. I get it. I think there's just gonna be tension as long as like you need to play lore and revealed to like enable that Phoenix stuff. I don't think there's really another good way to do it. Still 4 islands. Yeah, but you need to play a basic island in your lore and revealed deck, is what I'm saying. It's like I think basic island is uncuttable if you're playing lore and revealed. London with the 14 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Also, last turn my opponent could have gone Sam into Cenote Scout. Then if they had done that, they could have brought back the Cauldron Familiar. So looks like they're gonna cast a Breakout. They're only at 3 life here. You gotta cast Breakout before Sam also, for sure. And then did they brick or did they misclick? Hard to say there. They're not super likely to brick. Yeah, this deck probably does Port to Timeless pretty well. Okay, so Cursed Totem is actually not that good against their deck. It stops Spellskite, it stops Samwise Gamgee ability, but they still get the food. It stops Gilded Goose, it stops Viserys here. I guess that's probably good enough to bring in, but it doesn't stop Amalia comboed anyway. And then like all of these things kind of still get some value. I think the hearses are worth bringing in. Molten Collapse is probably fine. On the draw, these Ragavans are likely pretty bad. They have enough 1 toughness creatures for me to keep the Bowmasters in. Yeah, they're pretty good at blocking Ragavan on the draw. I think Ragavan is likely still worth it on the play. Anything else? Probably do want the second totem. It's probably trim a Riveteers Charm on the draw too. Didn't scout Millcat. Yeah, but like they would have had it if they just had sequenced the other way. They would have had a food. Obviously, they didn't know they were going to mill a cat, but if you're just going to play those 2 cards this turn, you should play Sam first so you get your food. So we're on the draw against Amalia X Sam combo, a deck we've been playing a bunch of lately. Their deck is pretty weak to discard spells, I think. We're on the draw with a Channeler and a bunch of non-creature spells against a Mulligan to 6. Keeping triple discard spell against the Mulligan to 6, I think is likely pretty good. I'm going to keep. Yo, London, thank you for the 14 months. Welcome back. I was in London last year. Turn 1 Viserys here. It's pretty tempting to Channeler on turn 1 here. I think let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I've seen Pest Control. I think the card is good, but it being black-white is just not going to go in that many decks. But black-white decks will sideboard it a bunch, probably. Okay, so we're going to Bolt Amalia. Yeah, just 1 Inquisition. I think you need, I mostly have this because like we're a little light on Delirium without like extra sorceries. And I felt like we needed the extra discard spell to compensate there. We should have let on the discard spell. If I don't find my land here, it's just such a big problem. Okay, we found a land. Then another red-black land on top. Going to not offer this trade, especially not with Bowmaster in my hand. I think Pest Control and the new blue-black ninja card will make Goryo's the best deck. Well, that's the thing about Goryo's being the best deck and why also, like, nobody's playing Goryo's right now, is if Goryo's is the best deck, it is just, like, super easy to beat. Or at least the Esper versions are they're just so all in, you know what I mean? I don't have a green source. We'll graveyard the Riveteers Charm. Okay, so we'll take Amalia, and then yeah, I can't really go after these geese. I'm gonna go for Bowmaster on the Viserys here, but I kind of want them to not get a Scribe before they untap. You know what I mean? New attempt at Jitte. Walmart Jitte. Lost Jitte. Okay, I mean, look, y'all. This look at this mana cost though. That's Urza Saga. Whenever a quick creature deals combat damage, put 1 charge counter. Remove a charge counter. Untap target land. Target creature can't block. Put a +1 counter on equipped creature. So Walmart Jitte, half the casting cost, half the equip cost. Untap land is like super sick. So we have am I going to Bowmaster the Viserys here? I think I just have to bolt the Sam because I really don't want to give them any more food tokens with them having 2 Cauldron Familiars. Jitte at home. I don't know, y'all. This is it's half the mana cost and half the equip, and it's tunable with Urza Saga. Like, unironically, this could be better than Jitte in Modern. And that's kind of largely because I don't think Jitte would be all that good, but... But, like... It's allowed to be... It's obviously... The effects are weaker than Umezo's Jitte, but... They're kind of allowed to be. Since it is half the casting cost, half the equip. And half the counters, yeah. But it's just kind of appropriate. Also, the abilities are better? Okay, so it can't not killing anything and stuff, but it literally Lotus Petals. Like, if you equip it, you get that mana back that same turn, which is, like, actually a huge deal. I think a +1 counter is, in general, a little bit better than +2. How good is Jitte with Core Tapper? Likely I'm playing it. Likely you just never play those 2 cards together. Core Tapper is like a combo card. Target creature can't block is really good also. Kind of has to be weaker than Jitte. Well, it doesn't, because again, y'all, I know that in like what format is it? Extended 1,000 years ago, Jitte used to be a good card. It's like the game has changed, times have changed. I really don't think Jitte would be a super impactful modern card. It would be, it's likely it would be okay. Likely be, fringe playable and fringe playable decks. This is tunable with Urza Saga. This is like that by itself makes it like so much better. Could be sweet in the mono white conduit deck. Yeah, I don't know. I think this card is really good. It likely goes in scales. It like definitely goes in scales. It like definitely goes in hammer. And I think unironically better than Umezo's Jitte in modern. But again, mostly I think that probably wouldn't be true if Urza Saga didn't exist. You know what I mean? Oops, all Thoughtseizes. Guess that was kind of the hand we kept. Keep a Seek the Beast on top. They have a Court of Calling. If they have Court of Calling, the problem is they have to tap everything pre-combat to like court for 2, and then I get in. Better than OG Jitte, Lamau, no shot. Y'all are so like old brained, you know what I mean? Like Magic is such a different game from when Jitte was like this powerhouse. It like truly and sincerely is just not the same card. But again, y'all understand that a card being half the casting cost and half the equip cost is like an incredible buff. It's so boomer brain to be like, ha, Jitte is not a broken modern card. Jitte is like fringe playable modern card. Wait, how's this only a court for 1? Shouldn't this be court for 2? It's also 1 counter instead of +4/+4. Yeah, but it's so much easier to get these counters too. No, Jitte got counters on combat damage too. Yeah. It also comparing it to Jitte doesn't matter. Obviously, you can't not. Oh, they get to gain 3 life here. Also, you have to compare it to Jitte, right? But yeah, it is. This one's legal. Jitte isn't. But again, this you can get this off Urza Saga. That makes the card like so much better than not being able to get it off Urza Saga. Like that by itself is just an insane buff. It costs half the mana of Jitte. And also, again, this ability on tap target land is like incredibly potent. Is Urza Saga even be good with pest control, killing everything at less than 1 CMC? Yes. Not very many decks will get to play pest control. So we can unmin Jete? Yeah, you can unmin Jete like super easily. Oh, it untaps Urza Saga too. You can make multiple tokens. Yeah, no, I mean, unironically better than Rim was always Jete, I think. Obviously, you know, have to figure out if that's true after some playtesting, but I don't think I'd have that opinion if it wasn't treatable with Urza Saga, but it is treatable with Urza Saga, and that just kind of makes all the difference in the world. I'm gonna graveyard this Bauble, just want something that impacts the game this turn here. We find an Unholy Heat and a Bowmasters. So I was probably gonna lead on the Thoughtseize so that we could do the same trick against Cord. Crazy card. Okay, so let's go ahead and I think just go Mountain Channeler here. The direct comparison Jete feels like a dig when it has no bearing. Well, I mean, the card is called Lost Jete and is like literally just half an Umezawa's Jete. It's a weird. How could we not compare it? Let's go Thoughtseize this turn. Hold up the heat. What are you doing here, Thieves Guild Enforcer? I think I'm actually taking it though, because I just want to use my heat on the Ragavan this turn. Which is better, Mox Tent Light or Mox Jet? I'll get back to you. Mox Tent Light's better than Modern, and this card is also better than Modern. Yeah, so I mean, this card has to be better than Jete in Modern because it's legal. But again, but it's just like when they show you this card, like they want you to compare it to Jete. That's like it's also very similar in what it does too. It's My opponent has revealed Ogre Headhelm. When this or equipped creature deals combat damage to player, sacrifice it. If you do discard your hand, draw 3, reconfigure. Okay, I'm just gonna top 3 off this charm here. Dude, the leagues have been crazy. Like, what is this card doing there? Sagas means we aren't getting actual Jete unbanned ever. I don't think that that's necessarily true. Oh, we get to cast all 3 of these, dude. Shout out Riveteers Charm. I don't know. I felt like Umezawa's Jete would be a safe unban for a long time. I think if anything, it's like becomes way more likely that it gets unbanned post MH3 or where the power level of the format likely increases. Yeah, I'll keep a Seek the Beast. Three mana, draw 3. That's why they have this, so they can mill my surveilled cards. It's all checking out now. Okay, which creature will we be sacrificing today? The last card is Ogre Headhelm. Jegantha, save me from this Mardu deck. Didn't we just ban Fury because it's oppressive creatures? Jete is pretty similar space. Jete is so much worse. It's unbelievable. I can't articulate to you how much worse Jete is than Fury at pressuring creature decks. I feel so confidently that Jete would be mid as hell. You would play 1 copy in Hammer. You'd play 1 copy in Stoneblade decks. Both these decks would not be very good still. I feel very confidently that this would be the case. You could, of course, disagree, but the power level is so incredibly different. The power level is so incredibly different. And with Jitte, you need to have a creature in play. You need to play 2 mana to cast Jitte. You need to play 2 mana to equip. Then you need to like get through creature removal. It's like, and then also your opponent has to have like tiny creatures in play, which it'll happen sometimes, but it just won't be good against that many decks. The power level is just so like in the totally different realm of power level. It's not 19, it's not. I don't know what year Jitte was like really good in. I don't really know the era that people are thinking of when they think of Jitte being oppressive. But this is not like 2008 extended. This is 2024 modern. Yeah, it's not 2013 Legacy. I played Legacy with Jitte in that era too, and like Jitte was fine. It was like totally okay card. It was great in Legacy for a long time. I remember it just being. I don't remember it being great. I remember it being like, it was a card you played with Stoneforge Mystic. It's also more than 10 years ago at this point. And also like Jitte is not a card that sees play in Legacy as far as I understand, basically at all these days. Okay, we're up against like a grindy Mardu Stoneblade. We'll bring in the Kroxa, I guess. Probably don't want the 2 mana removal spell. Could play Pick Your Poison as like out to Cauldra. There's like one. Probably don't need to sideboard too much. Yeah, you also play Batterskull at the time, and that card's also been power leveled out. So make use to be mid as hell. What is the upside of it banning it if it doesn't make anything better? Like the only significant impact should have make creature matchups depend on who got Jitte out first. Creature versus creature matchup. I don't know. Like, what are creature versus creature matchups? Like if it's Yogg versus Hammer, like Yogg is still going to be incredibly favored against Hammer, and Yogg isn't going to play Jitte. Yogg will still crush Hammer most of the time. Jitte will be a slight buff for it. I don't. Again, I feel like Jitte would be actually like pretty fun and interesting, and it would be like very safe power level wise, and it's like this iconic card that gets people excited about the game. In a very similar way that like Jace the Mind Sculptor, Wild Nikado, Bitter Blossom, Bloodbraid Elf were all like just good power level mid range value card unbans. Spirits versus humans, yeah. Like what? Yeah, what are we talking about with creature matchups? Like neither spirits nor humans are competitive at the moment. It was always Jitte will certainly not make them more competitive, and I doubt either deck would play always Jitte. To be honest, Jitte's Manhammer. Yeah. Like it's even possible you just want to play. I don't think they're playing Undying Effects, so I will wait on the heat till after the attack. Is there an updated deck list? Where did the Wrenn and Sixes come from? Oh, they're not in the Moxfield list. I've been working on this list off stream. Sometimes older 75s get posted to Moxfield. But I think when I had no Wrenn and Sixes, I was like having a harder time getting Delirium. So I felt I needed to add a few more types, also for Goyf. They did have second Ragavan. I think I'm just going to play Goyf this turn. I'm going to play a Bauble too to see, like, either Scry or make my Goyf a little bit bigger too. Let's keep that Wrenn and Six. I had a been to do yesterday. Really well. We went 10-3 with it. We trophied. Let me update the Moxfield. Oh, someone asked about the MTGO content creator thing. I did get my application approved, so they're still not rolling out the perks yet, but we're in, baby. Drew plays games with the Twitch Prime. Thank you. Welcome back. Whoa, this is a rogue, dude. Whoa, this is a rogue, dude. So my Goyf is a 6/7 now. You can't attack into my 6/7 like this. You gotta block with your Death Toucher, silly. think. So I have all my types in the yard, I think. I have 6 types. Do you have this silly pick your poison? There's a Riveteers Charm. I think I just need to find something a little cheaper. So I'm going to surveil this Blood Crypt into the yard. Then take a look. Yeah, we'll draw that Bowmaster here and then cast it on their turn. What are the perks of the program? There's a bunch. They're doing a lot. I encourage anybody who's trying to get into content or makes Magic Online content to apply. The 2 big ones seem to be, or there's 3 big perks that I think are going to be a big upgrade to the stream. So there's, they're going to give all access accounts to content creators. I don't know if this is going to be permanent or just set release or whatever, but some amount of all access accounts are going to be doled out, which is going to be cool. Will make things so much easier for like set release and stuff, and alleviate some wallet pressure too. And there's also going to be early access to cards on the client. It seemed like in the article that it would not be something you could stream, early access to the cards, but so I'm like excited if I can stream the cards early for sure, and I'm less excited if I can't. They've been doing this on Arena for years, for like years and years, although they did take a break for a little while. But giving content creators access to the cards early on Arena, I just never had that on Magic Online, so I'm pretty excited for that. And then they're also hosting tournaments too for the creators, which is going to be also interesting. Is it separate queues for early access? Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll probably be a little while before everything gets rolled out. None of this has like actually come into effect yet for me. It'll be fun. Ability to deck build and client before release something. You actually already can do that. Like they put the cards on Wednesday before. The Breadnought, great username. Thank you for the 19 months. Hope you're doing well. Then they Stomping Ground Arena. I think they brought it back this set release. They brought back the early access stuff. And I think they took me off the list because I used to get invites for that. I didn't get an invite for that one this time, but it's okay. I don't actually care about that one since I like never really took them up on the invite. Okay, so they killed the Bowmaster instead of the Channeler, which is interesting. Let's Thoughtseize them. Seems worth keeping on top. Opponent, come on, brother. Don't have any fun. Having too much fun over there. Same list of spoiler cards. No, I was on the preview list for a long time, even after not getting spoiler cards. Or I was on the early access arena list for a long time. It's okay. I don't mind. I did it one time and it's not for me, and that's okay. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go fetch a Surveil land here. And I might also cash in Pick Your Poison as 1 mana Surveil 2. Could maybe get punished by something. Let's hold it, I guess. Unos plus Stalker plus Enforcer is pretty fun. Yeah, it sounds like it. Kind of surprised that they're playing like Ragavan Stoneforge Mystic in the shell though. Red Clone. Yeah, I don't think this card will likely be good in Modern unless there's some like combo with it. Like that ends up. I don't know. I don't know how you could really break it. I guess this could go with the what's it called? The 3/2 that's banned in Pioneer, the one that discovers 3 when you enter the battlefield. Like a red clone is kind of interesting in that deck, where it alleviates some of your mana issues. It's kind of like a red phantasmal image that gives the stuff haste too, which is kind of nice. Kiki Jiki at home. I don't know. This card is so incredibly different from Kiki Jiki. Okay, 2-0. I'm gonna keep this. A little bit risky, but you know, we just have double Bauble. It's kind of hard to mulligan. So I'm going to look at my top cards. If I see a land, which I do see a land, an Overgrown Tomb, could consider not playing the other Bauble. I guess we probably just should too, huh? So I guess I have lost some info. Oh yeah, Lucia's also legendary. Oh, there is a blue one. It's 4 mana though. Okay, so that goes infinite. So this card and Naru goes infinite. Wait, this has flash? Is this literally Splinter Twin? Guess it's not exactly because it's turn 5 instead. But yeah, and you can go end of turn, cast this card, untap Molten, duplication it. Yeah, dual caster mage isn't legal, as far as I know. That would work too. That would be Splinter Twin. It was legal in Historic when I was like playing Historic at that one arena PT. I should have thought he's a Blood Moon. So I think I want to take the Needle, which is kind of weird here. But if I take the Needle, then there's a good chance they sacrifice their desk this turn, which would let me maybe ping their Urza Saga token with my Bowmaster, if that makes sense. Instead, they cast their Bone Crusher. Good draw. So I think pretty easy. Thoughtseize the Heat. Cast a 4/5 Tarmogoyf. Alright, 10 life. Shadow Death Shadow. Yeah. This seems like it could be something like Pioneer combo, power level, probably not quite modern. You need 6 mana existing creature target first. Well, you just untap. You just go end of turn flash, untap, cast this, right? But you can also do it all the same turn, which that actually does matter. That you can do it all the same turn. Okay, hard to not keep another Riveteers Charm here. Gotta leave the Goyf back though. The combo already existed. You can't do it like that. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature you control, except it's Oh right, you're right. You can't do it. You have to have it on this. You're right. You're right. You have to copy it while it's on the stack. Okay, never mind. Couple secs probably. So my Goyf is going to become a 6/7. Let's hope they don't have a Relic of Progenitus, I guess. So be a 4/5 after they pop this, and then these will shrink down too. Oh, they target their own Saga. Good play. Dang. They top decked Flame Slash. So if I make them sacrifice their Bone Crusher Giant, they'll have 4 types in their yard. I get to keep my Goyf, right? Okay, that was a blowout. Do I block here ever? Let's not. I think the Goyf is probably too needed here. I'm kind of worried about being at 6 life though in the long run in this matchup. Everything in this set has a cowboy hat on. Yeah, I feel very at home in this set. Wait a second, construct. Riveteers Charm makes them sacrifice a creature with the highest mana value. Sacking a construct was never an option. Could get mounted here. Because I don't know, I can forest off this. Okay. So they're going after my green. So now I'm just going to, until your next in step. Okay, just make sure it's not the next in step. But a Lightning Bolt and a Ragavan. And an Overgrown Tomb. So I guess that I'm just getting a tap land here, my last fetchable. And then I'm going to go bolt a construct and then Bowmaster a construct. And I'm also going to dash the Ragavan. Sorry. I was thinking for some reason this would shrink down to 2/2, not, but it only shrinks down to 3/3. Shouldn't be the biggest deal. Does the contract not give you a 0 mana value? It does, yeah, but you have to this makes them sacrifice the highest. They had to sacrifice the Bone Crusher. I guess maybe it stops them from sacking a desk end of turn, huh? Ooh, okay, so they that was a great play. They got me on my sequencing here. Now I don't get my Bowmaster. I need to Bowmaster first. Wow. Great play. And they hit another desk. And I get punished for not attacking. So they play the desk. They have a 3/3 construct. It's crazy that we're getting like the most impactful standard set of all time, like right before MH3 comes out. Yeah, I got a chump block against the red deck here. The set is that good. Yeah, unequivocally. The most impactful standard set since like the Kaldheim era, probably. The Throne of Eldraine or the Spark era. But it'll likely even be it won't be as good as Throne of Eldraine. It won't be as impactful as like Ikora. Probably not as impactful as Theros. That kind of stuff, but close. Most impactful standard set of all time. Yeah, not of all time, but in like probably 4 years. Okay, so they pick a Bone Crusher Giant. Are we back to Fire Design? I feel like we're just an MH3 overflow set. I don't know. Okay, they stomp me. Okay, need to draw some Riveteers Charms and or Questing Druids. Even just like anything that will let me attack with the Goyf this turn would be a big deal too. Okay, that definitely qualifies. How far away from putting Breakout? Pretty far, I think. Okay, maybe not the furthest ever, but I think you need like 26 hits, and we have like 20, right? And Questing Druid is a pretty bad one. Wait, they conceded? Why did they concede? Wait, no, I died. Sorry, I looked at my phone for a second. They top decked Lightning Bolt. Fuck. I thought I was I thought it said I'd won. Okay. They're gonna have so much graveyard hate. It's just too hard to bring in the Kroxa usually. That's funny. I'm bringing this pick your poisons. I think I'm gonna cut the Thoughtseizes. How does this look? Looks okay. Molten Collapse is probably fine. Bet you can get two things with it pretty often. I want to keep in the Inquisition. Probably down to go down to removal spell. The hearses could be good against these like research desks too. Like that engine seems kind of tough. They may also have like Seasoned Pyromancer. Is the Vampire Pox deck more like a jank deck, or is it okay good right now? Better than the rack version? I think that deck's good. Nassif top 8. I went 5-2 in the challenge over the weekend. Nassif top 8 of the challenge over the weekend. I was like, I don't know. We've had a very good record with it on stream. I wouldn't call it, I wouldn't call it a jank deck. I'd say it's a pretty solid deck. Oh, bro, with the 32 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back. I don't know if it's better than like the rack version. The rack version is obviously racking up a lot of trophies, but I feel like I play against it a lot and I'm just not often particularly impressed. Seems like a good deck to be grinding with though. Kind of awkward to have a basic in our opening hand against the Cleansing Wildfire build, but what are you gonna do? least you have a Tarmogoyf. Can be Flame Slash, doesn't die to Bolt though, so probably okay to run out here. Okay, just a Shadow Spear. So pick your poison, we'll put another type in the yard. Seems okay. Not out of Flame Slash range if I tap out of Bolt. This Hearse is also not doing much. Let me just plan to surveil land and then hold up the Bolt. Like, I guess the Rec deck does have some tournament results, but I don't know. I think it's I think black-based mid-range decks in general are just all pretty good. Like, we just kind of have been having a hard time finding a version that we haven't been doing well with. I want to keep this on top. Graveyarding, it's kind of interesting since it makes the Goyf 5/6, but I think they just have too many juicy hits off this Ragavan to not dash. Although that's not the juiciest hit. I should maybe just Jegantha in hand, actually. Yeah, I mean, just the 5-mana 5/5 is just actually a good card against them. Murders have the most played cards in Modern. Pick your poison, surveil lands. It's quite early to call Outlaws more impactful. I think I know what I'm talking about. It is early for sure, but at least this is my initial impression, Krenko's Buzz Cutter. Wow. They didn't go after my green? It's probably a punt. Yeah, you're right, it is early. So you get to flip this Fable. They have 5 cards in their hand. It's a lot of cards. Gumming up the board. Discard a Haywire Might and a Mishra's Research Desk. Goes my Goyf to 5/6. They decide to attack, which kind of unlocks my Ragavan to get in there a little bit. I mean, it's just going to get blocked by this token. Is that okay? Guess it's not the best. Let's see what we draw. So I'm only ever going to get one mode on this. I think I'm okay if my opponent does a multi-block that includes Reflection of Kiki Jiki, so I'm just going to send with both here. Okay, so we go Channeler. Let Ragavan die. You can get 2. I think this is kind of the easy line of Channeler, kill the Reflection, play Hearse the Spyro, Hearse the Desk. Keep the Seek the Beast on top. Yeah, I really like the new Jitte. I think card is going to be very good. I think that if it wasn't for Urza Saga, it wouldn't be like theoretically better than old Jitte. But with Urza Saga, I think it will be. So they bolt the Jegantha. Get Clear the Hearse, make it 0s of Descend. Yeah, but Descend can't kill 2 things here, right? It can destroy. There's not a non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less in play. They're attacking with this? I mean, I'm at 8. They have to have like the other 3 lightning bolts or 2 bolts plus a burn spell as their 3 cards exactly. Okay, or this. So I can crew the Hearse to not have to attack with my Channeler. But I'm also like dead. Let's Seek the Beast. Got a lot of looks at a removal spell or another Channeler, I guess. Could keep this. This is kind of effectively it doesn't let me find another Channeler, but it does give me like a 0 mana opt towards a removal spell. We're bricking. Got one more look at exactly Unholy Heat. If I found Bowmaster or Wrenn and Six on my turn, I could have pinged the token and forced a chump with the Buzz Cutter. Alright, 4 mana, 4/4 flyer. Pretty powerful. The deck looks pretty fun. Did not find the Unholy Heat. I thought I shuffled this Bauble away. GG. Then if I'm giving Urza Saga some love, the new set. You can play Pest Control and 5-color Creativity. It's gonna be hard to cast on turn 2. I don't know. Again, it's gonna be a Goryo sideboard card, and like at the moment, like I don't know that it's a card that goes in any other deck besides Goryo's. 5-color Creativity. Oh, we're up against Selfie again, who's again trash talking. Do you want to be casting a turn 2? On the draw, yeah. A lot of the time. What do you think? Doesn't seem like trash talk. Yesterday they said, do you ever play good decks? I don't know. It could be banter. I guess his language barrier, probably not. Well, yeah, it's so whatever. Whatever. I'm just taking Grief. Could take Inquisition. I guess the Grief is currently not. Yeah, I'll just take Inquisition. The main phase this to play around Undying Effect. I don't expect them to like go for Saga token this turn cycle, which is kind of weak to me. Just playing a second Bowmaster. Oh, they top deck a scam card. Opponent's hand is Marsh Flats Urborg at the moment. Is Leon no longer good? In this deck, I don't think you want to play it. I think you want to play Riveteers Charm instead. Get to keep Jegantha. This card is like good card advantage engine. Just does a lot. Yeah, so I want to be able to Bowmaster a construct this turn. To get the rack. So I'm going to take 2 down to 12. So they're racking, I got to race. So we'll make them sacrifice the Grief. And then let's send with not Ragavan. Maybe we'll just send with the let's just send with the 2/2. Since I kind of just don't want to take this trade since my last card is Bowmaster. They got 2 cards in their hand, both unknown. So I go down to 9. I think I should probably Questing Druid. It's obviously like a little risky into the rack. Should likely be fine. Next on Urza Saga. Fetching an upkeep. It's weird. Okay, up a game. So let's bring in Kroxa, Alpine Moon. At least the first pick your poison. Not likely too many more copies. Hearses seem okay. They play Wrench Mine, so just like in general, having artifacts is kind of nice. And then stops in dying effects. Maybe just play one Hearse. It's kind of high on the curve. I think I just want to cut the Thoughtseizes. Needle for Saga. I'm gonna play Pick Your Poison and Alpine Moon instead. Maybe I should have two Pick Your Poisons though. Not Needle. These are better because they kill the land. And like Needle against Needle on Saga, like they still get to search something, they still get to tap it for mana. This just kills it. Molten seems good. Yeah, Molten seems good, I agree. Could probably trim a Heat. Maybe just cut the Inquisition altogether. Should cut a Tarmogoyf actually. Just trim one. It's kind of weak against, push. Hard matchup to Mulligan in. We're on the draw. With like potentially 3 looks at land 3. I want to try it. A little bit loose. Gonna be cracking the Bauble on my main phase because of Bowmaster. Got a Saga, so hopefully I get to Alpine Moon it next turn. Hopefully I also draw land, I guess. Okay. Seems maybe I've boarded in too many of these effects, all 3. They have the Bowmaster. Do we get to draw land? Nope. Mark Childs, 25 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Voidwalker looking pretty good. We're gonna need to draw land immediately. No, we're pretty cooked. Game 3 on the play. Game 3 on the play. I'll almost say do a decklist for Sertoro, Coblade Elementals. I'm not working on new decklists yet. I'm waiting for the whole set to come out. You'll have to wait too, unfortunately. I don't know. It has so many targets, I feel. Maybe not that many. I feel like just 3 answers to Saga is okay. It's like the most important card for them, or one of their most important cards. Could discard them to like Liliana and stuff. I know we drew 3. I'm gonna run it back. Yeah, I got a normal stream to run. Too early to be working on deck lists. Yeah, I think Satora also just goes in so many decks, it's gonna be hard to say. I did Bamzing, yeah. Classic Screw in the Flood is what it is. Okay, let's seek the beast. Found a Pick Your Poison and a swamp, so we can't play that swamp. Making them run out the Bowmasters is kind of nice too. Can get Delirium in combat, which is kind of nice. Definitely want to play my cards out against the discard deck. Could main phase to play around in Dying Effect, but they could certainly just have like another Bowmasters and like main phase it and then get blown out. Could also just attack. Otherwise, I can use the Bolt to get a counter on the Questing Druid. So we use the Bolt now. I get an extra counter on the Questing Druid. I get kind of weak to an Undying Effect. That's the problem. Let's sandbag the Bolt. Maybe bolting before casting the Ragavan was a good way to play around that. So maybe bolt now to, or maybe I just want to bolt the token. It's so close. Yeah, so let's just untap. So we have Delirium now. Okay, happy to have that on top. I like Lost Jitte a lot. It is funny. I've seen a lot. I posted on Twitter that I think it's better than regular Jitte, mostly because it's tutable off Urza Saga. There were a couple comments saying that it's not comparable to Umezawa's Jitte. And to those who say that, I question, what do you think a comparison is? So they're gonna go block my, or sack the spell bomb, then try to block the channeler. Yeah, literally, yeah, only one of them is playable modern, but the card is like such a direct reference to almost always Jitte. I think it's a kind of silly thing to say. Uncomparable. Let's try graveyarding this. Could be okay to keep on top. Seems like we get rewarded. So this is 3 card types here. So if we can find Delirium, that'd be really nice. Otherwise, we can just trade with the Bowmaster. So I have to cast Questing Druid. If I cast Seek the Beast, I won't get the cards. I can't go to my instep and cast it either, because that's what the cards go away for Riveteers Charm. They made Bloomtinder land? I'll take a look at that. So they have a second Bowmaster. 4 other cards in their hand. One of them's a Seize for my Jegantha. Got 10, I have a 5/5. They have 3 more cards in their hand. Guess I'm going to Alpine Moon, Castle Lock Dwayne. No, let's just, I don't know. Castle Lock Dwayne just almost can't matter here this game, right? I guess it can with this Shadow Spear. It's just the card that's in play, too. A little late, Alpine Moon. Yeah, what can we just seek? We cannot seek in our instep, no, because as soon as you go to your instep with Riveteers Charm, the cards you've Riveteers Charmed are no longer available to you. Immediately max punish for Alpine Moon. I don't know. It was close. They also only had 2 sagas left. So punished. It's like, but also like the castle does matter because of the Shadow Spear. Brutal. For each color among monocolored permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color. So doesn't just combo with Leyline. Good errata. They move the Shadow Spear over to Bowmaster, which would imply that they want to block. So I think I'm going to attack. If they have another Undying effect, it is what it is. Tough. That's Dragon for counter value. I wanted to just play it and be able to block the 2/2. I think not playing around another Undying effect is okay. Then could be just easily just a bunch of discard. We're gonna lose though. Twice in a row to selfie, huh? Been farting 25 months. Thank you. Welcome back. I thought they put it here so that I don't really have a good block with the Ragavan. Okay, so I'm at 3. They legend rule their Urborg. And then pass. So Ragavan's not going to really get any better than trading with either Construct or Bowmaster. With third Undying effect. Okay, good chip. Can't really beat that under. You know, it is what it is. This card is not comparable to Umezawa's Jitte. It is the closest card to Umezawa's Jitte ever printed. It's got Jitte in the name. It's the same formula, equipment. It's literally half Jitte. It's literally half Jitte. Half the cost, half the equip, half the counters. Is that Jitte fake? Looks kind of silly. That's a real card. I don't. What do you mean by silly? Why do Dice Factory Tron Jitte? At some point, I'm sure. We'll get around to it. What do you think the word comparable means? The abilities are so functionally different? Yeah, sure, but can we please stop being so hyperbolic with not compare? It's like, I see this all the time. When you don't like a card and you think another card is better, you say it's not comparable. Literally, all of Magic card evaluation is comparisons. Comparisons are the most important part of Magic card evaluation. Let's compare, please. But she was hyperbolic. No, I unironically think it's better than the original Jitte. But I also think that's only the case because of Urza Saga, which to me feels like a super like balanced and like accurate and just like very very lukewarm opinion, and people are kind of go a little crazy for it. I think. I guess they could counterspell. Yeah. I just have an issue with the term incomparable. Yeah, it's like I see it a lot when it comes to Magic conversations, and it is so silly. All of Magic evaluation is comparisons, and this is like even like the most like crystal clear, surface level, one for one reference to a card. So annoying. Oh, Ragavan. So I think what I'll do here is Seek the Beast in my instep, looking for a 1-mana removal spell. I find Ragavan and then Orcish Bowmaster. The English language is to blame for this. Yeah, I guess so. But I'm someone that does believe a lot in improving conversations about Magic the Gathering. I think that it's possible. I feel like we've proven that it's possible, and and I want us all to be better. Okay, let's move on. All right, so game 2, we're gonna bring in these hearses. I'm gonna bring in the Molten Collapse. I'm gonna bring in the Kroxa. I'm gonna bring in the Pick Your Poisons. We got a lot of stuff coming in. I think there's another spot where I just kind of want to be off the discard spells. That can be kind of painful. They're okay. Maybe play. I kind of want like maybe 2, exactly 2. I want to go down on the red removal because I just have so much Pick Your Poisons. So we're gonna play like 3/2/3 plus the Molten Collapse. Although I don't know, I feel like all my cards are so good. Maybe I just cut the discard spells. Seems like it's gonna be really good in Hammer. Yeah, I agree. I think the new Jitte is a card that will go in Hammer and Scales, like for sure. I think old Jitte wouldn't go in Scales. I think that there are going to be you'd probably play one in Affinity for sure too. I don't know if you would play one in Affinity. You know, just like basically any Urza Saga aggro deck is gonna be pretty interested in this. LC tweeted the Jitte is wildly unplayable. Urza Saga talk is cope. Okay, we can disagree. So you could link the LSV tweet. Probably like one of the most polarizing divisive cards we've seen in a very long time. This fight gets a pass. He makes all the puss. Okay. I'm a believer in the card. Let's graveyard this. Gonna need to find lands. Found a land. I want to get second red source. Let's just play Overgrown Tomb here. Finding space for both boots and to be weird. Yeah, for sure. Not sure how scales makes room for Jitte and boots. I feel like the Jitte is way better than boots in this deck. Wake with the 9 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Do you know when people say two things are not comparable? What they really mean is different enough, and the comparison is unproductive without more granular analysis. Yeah, but these two cards are, I feel like, so similar. I don't think that applies in this case, but I appreciate the clarification. Okay, Murktide Gamers, just always the right 1 mana counter spells. But, you know, I could be wrong about a card. That is also, of course, possible and does happen to be wrong about a card. I mean, I think I'm doing nothing. My opponent's doing nothing. This is just a mid-range beatdown value deck. Yeah, that's John, baby. So I guess I'm gonna go end of turn Riveteers Charm. Since I want to try to Bowmaster that Bauble. Okay, so now I guess we're gonna pretty price into casting both of these, but these are both pretty good here. Kroxa especially. Well, I didn't counter the charm. The new broke land. How was Charm being compared to some other threes and John? Seems like cool tech in the grinded match. So I've always liked the card, and it seems better now with the Leyline Scion stuff. Although we haven't played against Leyline Scion in 2 days, so who knows if that's even like. I think people are kind of off of it, which is good, despite everyone thinking the world is burning. Booster scale seems to get better. Jitte. I mean, the Jitte just it adds the adding the counters is such a big deal. Can't be blocked is such a big deal. Untapping the land is a big deal. It's just all those modes seem so perfect in scales. It does seem like the new Jitte is like not. It's not likely a card that will cast anytime soon because there are a lot of cards that are more exciting on the in the new set, but that's more so just the new set being really hype, I guess. You played against Leyline Scion yesterday? I don't think I did. What was the what deck? What Leyline Scion deck did I play against? Yesterday we played the just. Oh yeah, we did. We played against Karuga Leyline Scion. That's right. We did win. Core Tapper, Power Conduit, Urza Saga, Lost Jitte. I don't know. You could maybe do some crazy stuff like that, but yeah, maybe it just goes in Dice Factory. Like you don't even maybe need to equip onto it. If you're just putting charge counters on there, every charge counter is worth a mana. Wait, hold on. This is just it's just Everflowing Chalice. I don't know why I'm looking here. It's like a 1 mana Everflowing Chalice, which I guess isn't very good, right? I guess I'm just escaping Kroxa. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about the Leyline Scion game with. Yeah, that was a crazy game. they have 4 cards in their hand. They've used 2 counter spells and a spell snare already. Let's take a peek Sipu and see what their top card is. It's a Murktide. Alright, I think I'm down to just escape this again. Can pressure their counter spells so Molten Collapse could resolve on the Murktide. Just gonna leave the Wrenn and Six in the yard since it's the hardest type to get. Here's a battlefield. Other creatures goes -2/-2. Discard. Target creature goes -2. Yeah, this card seems like it could be good. It kills Voidwalker for Living End. When discards a Bolt, if they have a Heat, they can kill my Kroxa, of course. Another Bauble. So the hand is Murktide and then 2 mystery cards. Oh, here it comes. Does it still get exiled by Voidwalker? It does, yeah. It's a cool card. Could be. It seems like it could be a very good standard card too. What kind of decks did you play? New Saga, Fetchable Books. I mean, just like the Affinity Hammer scales, which are kind of like just the existing ones already, right? Oh, they have 2 Murktides, and I've lost my Delirium, so I can't heat this one. Pretty gross. So we can Molten Collapse the first one. We can top deck Pick Your Poison. So let's see what they're drawing. Just a land, thankfully. Kill the Tintin. I think I'm hoping that their last card is like a Bauble or Consider. Because if it is, then I can go Bowmaster, ping. Oh, damn it. I guess they're just drawing a Scalding Tarn. I don't need to heat now. Okay, we'll heat in response to this. Definitely a good last card for them to have. Notably, they only have 1 Murktide region left in their deck after this. Again, I can Kroxa plus 2-drop next turn. Thank you, Mishra's Bauble. New Jitte doesn't need to tap, though, right, to untap a land. I remember games where you tapped Chalice and kept going and no mana to continue. Oh, okay, that is an excellent point, yeah. That if you're playing Dice Factory, oh yeah, the card does seem, yeah, you're right, because that was one problem with Dice Factory is like you're going off with your Mystic Forges, but you have the ability to put counters on stuff, but you don't have the ability to like put it on an untapped mana battery. So the fact that this doesn't have to tap, you're right, does matter a lot. So also if you play it in a Tron deck, you have the ability to untap Tron lands, which gets pretty crazy. So yeah, I think I'm becoming more and more on board for this card being a Dice Factory card. But you remove the counter, so it only works once. Yeah, but so the thing with Dice Factory is a lot of times you're going off with the One Ring and you're going off with Mystic Forge to let you churn through your deck, and you find stuff like Core Tapper, Power Conduit, and you aren't able to like sometimes you're not able to put those onto an untapped mana battery, but the fact that you can have just like a one of or a Sagrable tutorable card that doesn't need you to have an untapped one is pretty relevant. Like at the very least, like worth a one of, I would think. Could Breach be cool? I had like 1 or 2 breaches for a little while. I ended up cutting them, but yeah, you could play them. Guess I'm just shrinking my Goyf, but I also think making a top deck Murktide worse is pretty relevant. Sorry, a what factory? So Dice Factory refers to the engine of Everflowing Chalice, Astral Cornucopia, alongside Core Tapper, the Power Conduit, the 1 mana Power Conduit. Let's Seek the Beast first. I'm saving the Bowmaster so I can ping this and then hearse them. Seems like a keepable card here. Slick Shot Show Off. I think the card's great. I think this new set is really, really good. There's just more in it than any other set in recent memory, including Wilds of Eldraine, MKM. Might as well pay. Yeah, Surge Node. Also keys. We played a lot of this archetype on stream. Okay, I think I'll just go ahead and I can get them off Delirium, right? I can exile, dress down Bauble. Shrink the Goyf again. Wilds of Eldraine is recent memory. Yes, brother. What the fuck? Wilds of Eldraine. You know, a card got banned in that set, right? That was the Up the Beanstalk Cauldron, Agatha Soul Cauldron set. Yes, brother. That was one of the most impactful sets to Modern, or like that's probably top 10, top 20, top 15 standard sets to Modern. Wilds of Eldraine has to have been the most impactful standard set to Modern in 2 years, I would think. I think more than Kamigawa, which was also like maybe more than 2 years ago. Yeah, guaranteed top 50. But I think Caverns was 2 sets ago. More impactful than Murders, or sorry, sorry, Lost Caverns 2 sets ago. Wilds of Eldraine 3. More impactful than Ixalan, more impactful than MKM, more impactful than March, more impactful than Phyrexia, Brothers War, Streets. I think more than Kamigawa, more than Innistrad, AFR, Strixhaven. Yes. Most impactful since probably Kaldheim, since this era. Kamigawa was more impactful. Channel Lands in Fable is greater than Cauldron Beanstalk. Dude, one of these cards is banned in Modern, brother. One of these cards is banned. There's also, I feel like there's also one more big card from Wilds, right? Maybe there isn't. It's not Besiege. Bro, this is Questing Druid also. Questing Druid is a pretty big one. Obviously not the biggest ever. Yeah, that was the Night of Sweet's Revenge set, alright. Oh yeah, Not Dead After All is also unironically, Not Dead After All was a direct contributor to Fury being banned. Kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back in some ways. Fable Besager, multi-format all-stars. Yeah, I mean, we mostly talk about the impact of Modern on the stream, and I think between Standard, Pioneer, and maybe even Legacy, I think there's a good chance Modern Fable sees the least play in Modern compared to all the other sets. Obviously, it's still an incredible card; it sees a lot of play, but it's for a long time it was relegated to mostly creativity and scam. I guess that's still that's a big chunk. Never mind. Wasn't that Kaldheim was crazy? Tybalt's Trickery and Valky. They banned a card and then they changed how the Cascade rules worked. Maybe I should have got Stomping Ground so I could play both of these next turn. Less than 10 playable cards isn't that good, not gonna lie. There are almost no standard sets in Magic's history that have 10 or more modern staples or modern playables. There are almost none. There are maybe none. There's almost I think there's almost definitely zero standard sets with 10 or more modern staples unless you feel unless maybe you count lands. Eldraine maybe. Probably Eldraine. Yeah, I think if you add in land cycles that probably isn't true. Image 2 standard set. Obviously Image 2 standard sets. We're talking the whole time this whole conversation about standard sets. Yeah, definitely not War of the Spark. Yeah, with Surveillance with MKM, you have the Surveillance, you have Leyline Binding, you have Pick Your Poison. Yeah, I think if you had Surveillance, you probably can get up there. Okay, Explosives on 2. Can they crack it this turn? If not, I'm gonna... What? Tapped? Companions? Yeah, maybe companions. But also, like, how many companions are playable? It's like 3? 8th edition, maybe. I don't know. At the very least, it's very rare for you to have that many. This is like top tier of like a standard set to modern. I think they just misclicked on the Steam vents. We count whole land cycles as one card. Yeah, I don't know. Original Mirror had a lot because of affinity. Yeah, maybe not cards that are good at the moment. Cons of Tarkir. Yeah. I don't know. Again, this is silly though, I think. It's just very rare that you have that many. Yeah, they confirm horrible misclick. So we had another questing druid and a Tarmogoyf. Scars of Mirrodin had fast lands, Mox Opal, and Infectac. A little bit before my time. So this is the one. So I think I just Seek the Beast this one. Since I don't have double green. Time Spiral's got to be the most. Time Spiral's not modern legal, right? So probably none. Oh, I found Kroxa. They really can't beat Kroxa. They also can't beat Double Bowmaster. I think there's probably no problems with whatever line we take. Obviously, my opponent misclicked really bad and they had a closer game otherwise. Time Spiral is legal? Maybe I'm thinking of Urza's whatever.